Hi guys, EVP Man here with Tablets for Me. And today we're going to take a look at a wireless security camera. This wireless security camera was brought to us by Zmodo. Let's take a look inside. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the specs. We'll highlight some of the major things. First of all, something that everyone looks for is the quality of the camera. It's a 720p camera. It also supports night vision, as you can see there, and it has an 115 diagonal field of view. And we're going to see how that performs once we go through the performance and setup. It does support motion detection, so that means that if something comes into a specific zone or area in front of the camera, it will go off. It also has cloud storage capability if that's something that you want to subscribe to, and works with the latest standards when it comes to Wi-Fi capabilities. You will notice that it does have audio capabilities both to listen to what's going on in a room as well as being able to speak and the person hearing you who's in that room. Very lightweight, and it supports literally most of the, if not all the devices that are available on the market today, Android devices, tablets and phones, as well as the Apple ecosystem, which would include the iPhone, iPad, and the iPod Touch. Sorry. So let's do this. Let's unbox this product and see how it works, and we'll put it to the test. Inside the box, you'll find a user guide, your Zmodo camera, and a power cord to supply power to your camera. Now the camera is made out of a plastic material, and it does have this adjustable arm here that you can use to adjust the placement of the camera, especially if you're putting it in a position like this or you're mounting it on a wall. The back here has a dial that you can use also to adjust the angle, so this is going to allow you to switch the camera from left to right or rotate it. On the back, you'll also find right here a reset button. This is going to allow you to reset your camera, your charging port that you'll use with the supplied power charger, but there are no micro SD slots anywhere to be found. It does have an area for your speaker, and on the front here you have a couple things going. You have obviously your camera, you have your mic, you also have the IR blaster for night vision. So what we're going to do next is we're going to connect this, show you how you go through the connection process, which is very simple, and we'll see what kind of video quality we get out of the camera. Before connecting your camera, you're going to want to go to the Apple Marketplace or the Android Marketplace and download an application called MeShare. This is the application that you're going to be using to interact with your camera. So download it, open it, and then log in or create your credentials for the very first time, and then you'll come to this screen. Immediately upon registration, you're going to see this. So the next thing we're going to do is connect our camera to our phone and then go through the registration process. Once you plug in your camera, you're going to start seeing it flash a number of colors. So what we're going to do next now is go through the additions process to add the camera to the phone. So next we'll choose Add. And now what we're going to do is try to connect. We'll choose Ready. Next. Next. Now that I supplied my Wi-Fi password, we're going to continue to let the process go through. You can notice that it's connecting and configuring. Once the configuration is complete, you're going to name your device. Let's go ahead and do that. Once you tap in the device name area, you can choose by a number of predefined names, or you can type in your own custom. You then need to choose your time zone, and then we'll hit Done and go to the next step. Once you've successfully configured your camera, you'll see an image of the camera showing up here, and we're going to go back to this in a second. So let's focus on the software. The software has some very simple controls. On the very bottom, this button here or icon represents the ability to record, the ability to take a picture, to speak through your phone and it will be heard through the camera, to listen to noise or a conversation. It's almost using it like a walkie-talkie. Here you have the ability to change the quality from low definition to high definition. So let's take a look at how these controls work on the image itself and the impact that it has on the camera. Now, as you can see, as we're just showing an image of some of the boxes that I have on my desk, the quality of the image is somewhat not pixelated but kind of jaggy. You see the jagged lines there on the edge, and this is because we're operating in low definition. So if I change that from low to high, just tap on it, you'll notice that all that is gone. So we'll zoom in just so you can see. Now it's nice, clean, crisp lines. So this is the HD setting. Now, once again, if you tap this button that's on the bottom, what you're going to get is the ability to record, which is pretty straightforward. Let's test out just the sound quality of the mic. So we're going to just press this button, see what happens. Move it this way. It's on the bottom of my screen, so it's a little difficult. Let's make sure I get it. We'll rotate it this way. Maybe it'll be easier this way. So we're going to tap it. All right, so you'll notice it says now hold to talk. So what I'm going to do with one hand is just hold to talk. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Now the voice quality is clear, however, it's not very loud. I don't know how much of that's coming through the recording, but I can say that it doesn't sound tingy. It doesn't sound, though, tremendously loud. So we'll do that test one again. Testing 1, 2, 3. So it sounds clear, but it's not the loudest, which is fine for this type of camera. The other thing we're going to do is let's take a look at the audio piece. So what I'm going to do is once the image comes back up, because I just refreshed, we're going to check the audio out. So we're going to tap that. And now as I'm talking, I may get a small echo, but I can hear myself pretty well. All right, so that's done. Now there are other settings that we can highlight, and we'll go in here into settings just so that you can see what's here. So you have a device ID, you have the device name, time zone. You can set up a camera schedule. So this is going to be, again, time-based so that you can have the camera on or off, and pretty much set when do you want it on, and disable the camera just in case you're using this as a nanny cam or even as a security cam. You might want to do some of that disabling. You can look at notifications as well. Notifications is going to be based on when sound is detected, because the camera does have a mic, or it could be when motion is detected. Now this camera does not have zoning, and for those of you who are not familiar with zones, zones is when you're able to look at an image like the one that we have here. We'll go back. And I would be able to draw around, let's say this box right here, that's the anchor box, to say I want to see this notification if something were to touch the box. It's right now looking at the entire image. So here's a picture of the room, or a video of the room, using a standard camera, so you can get a better appreciation of the kind of light source and the brightness in the room. Now, the next shot I wanted to show you is how well does the camera do in low light settings. There are no buttons that you can press on to enable the night vision capability. It's an auto function. So when it finds itself in a low light condition, it's going to turn on that blaster that's going to allow it to see at night. As you saw for that video of the room under normal conditions, there's not a lot of light coming into the room. So as you see here, it's really bringing out a lot of what's going on in that room. And let me bring this a little bit closer so you can see. And you do have pinch and zoom capabilities within this application, so I can zoom in to see. There's small light sources coming from the blinds, but pretty much the room is very faintly lit, and the camera is doing a really decent job of bringing out all the detail of what's going on in the room. So nice from a infrared perspective, but keep in mind that the night vision is only good up to 16 feet. So this is not going to be good for something that's going to be long distance. But once again, if you're going to keep it in a room, checking out your child, or if it's an infant, right? Or if you want to have it inside of a home, you can see that it's doing a really nice job here. So this concludes our review of the Zmodo Wi-Fi security camera. We want to thank Zmodo for making the product available for us to review and check out on this channel. And I also want to thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions about the product, leave it on the YouTube channel. And once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again.